Let's dive into the fascinating topic of remembering and forgetting. First, let's define our terms. Remembering refers to the process of retrieving information from our memory, while forgetting is the failure to do so. Memory is the ability to store and retrieve information over time, and it is a critical aspect of our daily lives. Memory is a complex process that involves three stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is the process of taking in information, storage is the retention of that information over time, and retrieval is the process of accessing that information when needed. When we encode information, it is transformed into a form that can be stored in our memory. There are three types of encoding: visual, acoustic, and semantic. Visual encoding involves creating mental images, acoustic encoding involves processing sounds, and semantic encoding involves attaching meaning to information. Once information is encoded, it is stored in our memory. There are three types of memory: sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Sensory memory is the brief storage of sensory information, such as the image you see after a camera flash. Short-term memory, also known as working memory, is the temporary storage of information that is needed for immediate tasks, such as remembering a phone number. Long-term memory is the permanent storage of information that can last anywhere from minutes to a lifetime. Retrieval is the process of accessing stored information when it is needed. There are two types of retrieval: recall and recognition. Recall involves retrieving information without any cues or prompts, while recognition involves identifying information from a list of options. Now, let's talk about forgetting. Forgetting can occur at any stage of the memory process: encoding, storage, or retrieval. There are many reasons why we forget, including interference, decay, and retrieval failure. Interference occurs when new information interferes with the retrieval of old information. There are two types of interference: proactive interference, which occurs when old information interferes with the retrieval of new information, and retroactive interference, which occurs when new information interferes with the retrieval of old information. Decay occurs when information is not used and fades over time. This is more likely to occur with information that is stored in short-term memory, as it has a limited capacity and duration. Retrieval failure occurs when we are unable to retrieve information that is stored in our long-term memory. This can occur for a variety of reasons, such as lack of cues, stress, or interference. It is important to note that forgetting is not always a bad thing. Our brains are constantly taking in new information, and forgetting old information can help us focus on what is most relevant and important. In conclusion, memory is a complex process that involves encoding, storage, and retrieval. Forgetting can occur at any stage of the memory process and can be caused by interference, decay, or retrieval failure. Understanding how memory works and why we forget can help us improve our ability to remember and retain information.